Speaking of, Donnell, do the damn word to the wise, jackass.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Decided to throw something else in there. What's going on, y'all?
What's up?
Hey, what's up to the world? Can't say what's up to North Carolina. Can't say what's up to the DMV. I can't say what's up to America. We are worldwide on the internet, so what's up, world? We are back again. It's Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. This is the place to be. You can catch us on Facebook, on Instagram, and maybe a couple other places tonight, YouTube. But we are here, men of Millionaire Man Cave, -1. We are missing my man Ty, so I'll shout him out first. Not sure where you are. I think you're having a good time. Hopefully, be gone this week. But in the building, first, I'm Mike. Hey, what's up? In the building, we have to my right, we got, is it right for me or left for me? I don't know, whatever. Whatever. He's on the side. Donnell or Mr. Reasonable, what's going on with you, homie?
Ain't nothing. Trying to figure out this techie stuff.
One tech two.
Right.
What you trying to figure out?
I don't want to tell you.
Anything important?
Nope. Y'all ain't about to fry me on this joint.
I'm gonna send this email in this Yahoo account, this AOL account, trying to send that.
Right. Something like that. And then so
I'm trying to send a message in the Facebook.
On the my book.
Yeah, my book, Face Space.
The Face Space.
These right. All right. Well, Mr. Face Space, since you're speaking up, John, also from the DMV. What's going on with you?
What's up, folks? You know, chilling, you know what I'm saying? Another Tuesday night with the fellas. Loving it. Outside. I know it don't look like I'm outside because I'm in a tent, but I got the windows tent, you know.
So you got a sweatshirt on. So I'm assuming it's not that hot outside.
Okay, so it's not that hot outside, but it's probably still a little warmer than it should be for a sweatshirt. This is the problem. I came from the basement in my house, and I don't got no other shirt on underneath the head. So I was in the basement. I walked out of the basement and just came right out here to the show. So, you know, it's like it was cold as shit in my basement.
Gotcha.
So if I start sweating about halfway through the show, you know why.
Right.
Yeah, I turn
John
y'all
gonna have
AC
it.
Hell yeah, my AC on.
Yep.
I got the AC on. Look, I got the AC on, and I got the ceiling fan on in the bedroom. I sleep with the ceiling fan and the AC. And I don't have no clothes. Like, I don't sleep naked, but I don't have no clothes on. Like, I don't wear pajamas and stuff either. I be like in that joint, just chilling.
So
my wife be completely covered up.
I don't subscribe to my father's old school rules where, you know, you don't turn it on till a certain time. You don't turn the heat on till a certain time, blah, blah, blah. You don't flip back and forth. I keep my house around 72 to 75.
Yep.
All year round, whether that takes AC, whether that takes heat, no matter what it takes. If I can just open up the windows, but I keep it steady for the most part between 72 and 75 all year.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's me all day, and that's exactly how I like it. The reality of it is, as far as I'm concerned, that I pay the bill, and if I gotta be, I don't want to be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to be uncomfortable.
Right, you want to pay the bill and be uncomfortable at the same time.
And it was 90 degrees yesterday. 90 degrees here yesterday.
Oh snap! Was it?
Man, my car said 99. I was like, you know what? AC for sure. Like, if I got AC on in my car, why I can't have it on in my house?
Exactly.
we got guests in the background.
Boy, I tell you, I had to.
What's up, Mom? Harry in the back. Yeah, man. Well, look,
I'm
real
gonna
quick,
be sitting around
hit
this
this.
Yeah.
I do want to say at the bottom, we got the little ticker. Guys, we are on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. I was about to say Instagram. These nuts. Instagram. we share, like, and subscribe. All three. Hit it up. Let us, let your friends know. Because again, we're on here every Tuesday night. So just let that run. Donnell. That's my dog. All right. And then I had one more. Let's see if that's the right one.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That was some groupies. That was my groupies. They was wondering. To the side. They was wondering what time the show would be over. We about to have some. We about to have some hot naked booty.
BDBO.
It's about to be a Diddy kind of night.
But we're not doing anything for Diddy confessions.
Not that for Diddy confessions. No Diddy confessions.
No Diddy. All right. But yeah, man. So it's Tuesday. A lot's been going on. Oh, real quick. Charlotte was in the news nationwide yesterday. I don't know if y'all caught that.
I don't watch the
yesterday afternoon, it was just after noon, like maybe around 1:00 or so, there was a shootout in Charlotte between the marshals, the police. It was like a task force. It included like local, state, and federal. But they tried to serve a warrant on some dude, and somebody started shooting at him, at the cops. Yeah. And then the cops started firing back. They killed, I think, a dude who was shooting at first in the yard. And then somebody else from inside the house started shooting. All in all, sad to say, there were like 4 officers who died, who got shot and died. And there were like 4 more who were injured. And then, like I said, the suspect was shot and killed. It was a lot, man. It was a lot. They had to lock down the schools in the area, and they shut down like the highway plus a bunch of roads around that area. It was crazy. It was on. I was at work.
Going hard like that.
I was working, right, and somebody on my team hit me on the, well, not hit me, but put in our little team chat, what's going on in Charlotte. I was like, huh? You tell me what's going on in Charlotte. They were like, police officers died in a shootout. And I was like, damn, let me turn on the TV. Sure enough, it ran on, she said it was running on Fox News and CNN when she found out.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. So that was crazy.
Wow.
Charlotte, North Carolina on the national news. But yeah, so suffice to say, that happened yesterday.
What else been on the national news?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, off the top of the dome, I'm thinking the only thing I'm thinking about is the NFL draft. That's and the NBA. I'm sports minded first. Sorry, but yeah, the NFL draft and the NBA playoffs going on right now. So that's kind of all that I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I was watching the game yesterday over my uncle's house.
Okay.
On Sunday over my uncle's house. And we was just talking about like how, Knicks fans ain't no good. Because they team doing good. And, you know, they just as bad as a Eagles fan, you know what I'm saying, or a Cowboys fan. When Cowboys fans think they team always on the, ain't nobody that bad.
Ain't nobody that
but
bad.
you know the Knicks in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? They ain't won a championship since 1973 or something like that. So you know, people think they're going all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they were a pretty high seed, weren't they?
Yeah.
I want to say they were like the number 2 seed in the East.
Yeah, but you know,
if I remember right, I could be wrong, but they were a high seed going in because I was surprised. You know, I don't really watch basketball until now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I may catch a game here and there during the season, but I really don't start watching until, you know, we get into the first round, going into the second round. So, and Celtics is, you know, I kind of follow my wife's team because, again, I'm not a basketball fan. I'm a football fan first.
Why is your wife a Celtics
fan? That's how she came up.
You know what? My wife was a pretend Celtics fan for a while until I called her on it. I was like, "Do you know any players on the Celtics team?" And she couldn't name them. And I was like, "Stop it! Stop it!
Just stop it!" Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure her dad was a Celtics fan, and you know, she grew up to be a Celtics fan too. And don't ask me how she became a 49ers fan for football. I don't know.
It was Joe Montana.
Montana.
It probably was because it was around that time that she started watching them. So
it was a Jerry Rice of the thing. It was a Jerry Rice of the thing. That's what it was. Let me ask y'all this. Did y'all hear about what happened with at Quavo concert?
No, this is recent. Like since the Chris Brown thing.
So apparently Quavo had a concert. Not you know, what's the group you're part of? What's that group?
Migos.
So not the Migos. Apparently Quavo was having a concert. Okay. But Chris Brown, super duper petty. Okay. He bought a whole bunch of tickets to the Quavo concert. And so when the concert started, wasn't hardly nobody at the concert. So,
but it doesn't matter, right?
Because he still sold the tickets.
Right. It does.
Quavo still made the money.
It does because it's not about the money. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of
is.
But think about it like this: it ain't about Chris Brown got the money, right? It ain't about the money.
No. Quavo. We talk about Quavo.
Yes, but what I'm saying is Chris Brown,
but he still made the money.
Right, and I'm saying Chris Brown got the money to buy the tickets. Ain't no big deal for him. Is what I'm saying. So what you got is a situation where ain't nobody going to take a video of a full concert of Quavo, but they will post about a almost empty concert of Quavo. So that's bad press on him. That's being petty. That's petty. That's petty LaBelle. You know what I'm saying? Like he going all the way to the high level of petty. He don't even care about spending his money to be petty towards Quavo.
So I'm following you there, and yes, so I agree with you. And we always like to talk about people being petty because you know we got the king of petty on the show. But we all can be. All 4 of us can be petty. So you know I'm gonna put that out there. But you know the whole thing is any press is good press, right? So even if he's getting a spotlight for this beef and for having an empty seat because of Chris Brown, that's still press for him.
I guess. I mean, somebody said who go see Quavo anyway? You go see the Migos. Don't nobody go see just Quavo. Like,
and I don't know about y'all. I think y'all schooled me on it when the other dude died. Was it Takeoff?
Takeoff.
Yeah. So you know, because I didn't know any of them dudes. I didn't know any of their songs. I didn't know their names. You know, and then it might have been Ty. You know, like played a couple songs, and I was like, okay, I've heard that, but I don't really know them dudes at all. Yeah, okay, thank you. But I know Chris Brown. I know Breezy. So, and the thing is, I've never been a Chris Brown fan either. Like, he was always just all right to me.
Yeah, I mean, he out there, beating on Rihanna and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was like 20 years ago.
Oh, so you just gonna let
15? It was like 15 years ago.
You just gonna let domestic abuse go? It got a timeline. It got a. You age out of it.
Is it a crime? Hold on. Is it a crime?
It is.
When you do a crime, you serve the time. You don't do a crime and you're down for life, supposedly.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna stop you, Mike. I'm gonna stop you, Mike. So you telling me that any pedophile out there who
see you taking it to somewhere else though. You taking it somewhere else. That's crime. Yeah. Crime. Okay. But we talking about. Go ahead.
You still a pedophile if you go out and you do your time after pedophilia. You do your time. That don't wipe away the fact that you're still a pedophile. If you beat on a woman, if you spousal abuse,
you can be rehabilitated from that. You can be
You're still an abuser. You're still an abuser.
Are you?
Yes, you're still an abuser. I mean,
so you saying that you sure about that? No, not to say that some people it won't. Not to say some people it won't. But are you saying that there are people out there that that hit a woman? What was it say? That hit a woman, and it was a mistake, and they never did it again.
I say you can have a moment of rage and hit a woman, but once you're a criminal, you always a criminal.
For black people, yeah, you're right.
You always a criminal.
So if a man raped your daughter,
then he did his time.
He not a rapist.
That nigga still about to be a murder victim. He's still about to be a victim. Right.
In the story. He might not finish doing his time.
Right. I will find a way to put it in.
I always have a soft heart for that. Not in every case, of course. You guys are coming back with the extremes, but I've done crime. I've done crimes. I'm not a career. I've done crimes. I'm not a career criminal.
You done petty crimes.
Right.
We all probably stole something. We all stole from 7-Eleven, right?
I ain't never stole.
It was a felony.
I ain't never did that.
I didn't get convicted of a felony, but I was arrested for a felony charge.
Well, you wasn't convicted.
But
because
I had a lawyer. Is it
the glove didn't fit?
No, glove didn't fit. My mom and dad had the money to get a lawyer to help me out. Everybody doesn't have that. I get what I'm saying is, and y'all, and I know you're thinking one-sided right now, but we all know, guys, men, maybe some women, but black men especially, who get railroaded.
Yeah, and Mike, I'm not saying that
they have done something, and they.
I'm not saying that they bad people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that every criminal is a bad person. I'm not saying that because you go out and rob a convenience store that you're a bad person, but that you are in fact a criminal. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that because you stole a car and went joyriding that you are in fact a bad person.
But you're going to do that for life. Because that's what you are in fact.
But you are in fact a criminal. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is
that behavior you're going to continue doing for life.
No. I didn't, Mike. I didn't say that you're going to beat women forever. That's not what I said. What I said is he is an abuser. That is, he had, by definition, if you do something one time, you are in fact that thing. Like, you've done that thing. There's not one thing that you can tell me. Boy, how y'all make everything dirty? How you make
No. In my mind, I wasn't. He made me laugh just because he had that Chester grin. But I just kind of ran through a whole bunch of scenarios in my head when you said if you've done one thing, then you are that. So I was damn. Like, damn.
I mean, it's like, okay, for instance, if you don't take care of one of your kids, but you take care of your other kids, you still a deadbeat dad. You might be a good dad to the kids you take care of, but the one you don't take care of is the one that make you a deadbeat dad.
Okay, like, I see where you're going.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to define how you spend the rest of your life, although we have a system here in this country, unfortunately, that does put people into a box, and sometimes most
it's
times
not just a system,
right?
It's a mentality. It's a mentality
right.
of society. I mean, look at cheating. Look at somebody may have stepped out and cheated on their girlfriend. I mean, I'm not even going to go to marriage. Might have stepped out and cheated on their girlfriend one time, and they labeling him a cheater for life.
I mean,
but to your definition, he did it once. So hey,
yeah, if he did it before, he can do it again. You know what I'm saying?
That's anything, John.
Let's be honest.
I mean,
exactly. So, you proving my point, Mike. You proving my point.
But at the same time, at the same time, with the exact same breath that I'm proving your point, with the exact same breath, you may have never done something before, and you always have the capability to still do it.
You know what? You're all right.
But that's kind of like the, you know what I'm saying, the possibility. Like, yeah, you can't put nothing past nobody. But if a person does it,
you proving my point. No, I'm just messing.
But if a person has already done it, they'll do it. They can do it again. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If a person hasn't done it,
right.
It's
they may never do it. Then you can't assume they might.
Correct.
You have right. So that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have never played in the NFL, but I could. I probably won't ever, but I could. You know what I'm saying? There's a possibility, albeit extremely, extremely slim. But once I have done it, if I played in the NFL, then I'm more likely to be able to go back to the NFL.
I mean, I hear what y'all are saying, but I guess for me, I don't like, and I've never liked how people get put in that box by society. When
I don't.
That's going to affect
like being in that box.
Mike, I tell you what, Mike. When you was over here, I ain't worried about you stealing nothing, bro. So, I ain't think of you as no criminal.
And I've done way more shit that I've never got. I've done way more shit that I've never gotten caught for.
Right.
I mean, but again, that was when I was younger. I was in my 20s and younger when I was doing dumb shit. I'm grown. I'm not that person anymore. And so you're saying that, huh?
Still do dumb shit.
only when I step out with your moms.
See?
I take that shit too far, man. I take it too far.
But I said,
Let's call a spade a spade. You still do dumb shit. The world want to know about this dumb shit that you still do. So you don't want to talk about that, huh?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I mean,
I'm just saying that if I have this soft heart for it, because like I said, if I had ever gotten pegged for half of the shit that I did in my 20s and younger, I wouldn't be able to do a thing. Nobody would be around me. I would be a hobo on the side of the street just from society.
Yeah, nigga, you ain't slick.
let me ask y'all something. Is there something? Yeah. Are there things, situations, or things that men do or can? If a man does it, that it is automatically seen as the most horrible thing that they do, but if a woman does it's like overlooked
Abuse.
abuse. But
Hit,
why do you think?
a woman
But
can
why do you
hit a
think that is?
man and nobody?
Is that because the
I mean,
man won't say anything?
There's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons.
Is that because the man won't say anything, or is it
That's
because
one? That's one. Because a lot of men won't say anything because they might feel embarrassed. Is one. Two, which I think is the overarching thing of all of it, is society still views women as a victim, weaker type of sex, so they don't associate a woman abusing a man as anything important or as anything serious because of the level that they put men and women. I think that's the overarching thing. But I mean, there's probably several reasons we could probably figure out just for that one thing alone. But that was mine. Anybody else? What's more serious when a man does it than when a female does it? What about cursing?
I mean, I think some women they curse. They can curse crazy, and you know, you get away with it. But I don't think men. I don't think that men can't curse. Curse.
But do you
I do it all damn time.
Do you feel like a man cursing or going on a cursive tirade is more threatening than a woman?
Boy, can I tell you what? You just I ain't never heard cursive tirade before. What the hell? I ain't never heard that phrase before. A cursive tirade. Is that a real thing? And can I look that up? Cursive tirade.
Hey, Google it. See if it comes up.
I mean, I think women do that John all the time. I think women go off these curse words like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like if a man do it, it probably come off as being more like threatening. It comes off as being more threatening than if a woman does. Yeah, but you know, like I mean, women can get away without paying for that. Women can get away without paying for anything. Did y'all hear about that dude who wrote a list of things that a woman needs to buy for him or do for him in order for him to date her?
No.
So he had a list of things. He was like,
I want to hear that.
Okay. I wish I had the list. But you know how women always talk about how you gotta do all these things for me. You gotta get my nails done, my hair done, everything. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff. So there's a dude who wrote a list along those same lines, and people were giving him the business for coming up with a list for things that women need to do for him in order for them to date.
Ain't that some shit?
I thought
they
John was
giving him business for it, huh?
Giving him the business.
Like, I can't expect nothing.
Let me ask y'all this. Are y'all the type of men? Are y'all the type of men that feel like they're women?
Feel like they're women what?
You the type of men that like their woman to put it in your butt?
What?
Mike said, yeah.
What?
No. Are y'all the type of men who feel like their women should be paying for nothing?
Nah, she need to do her part.
Okay. So when I was in those 20s that I was talking about, in those early 20s, I used to feel like a guy should, granted, I never graduated to this level, but I felt like a guy should be prepared to do that, to provide, and the wife could, if she wants to work, she can work. If she doesn't, she doesn't have to. So y'all should live a lifestyle where the man could provide and she has the choice. So that's how I was in my early 20s. By the time I got married in my late 20s, the world was revolving around me, and I realized how expensive the world was, and coming together as a couple into a family unit, how much more beneficial it was when both people contribute. So I didn't feel like that wholeheartedly anymore.
So let me rewind, and I'm gonna try to tie
Okay.
it all in for you. So
Okay.
when you say a woman didn't have to work, are you talking a 9 to 5, or are you talking she didn't have to do nothing around the house?
No,
So what?
a job, like a career for income.
Okay, so if she didn't, okay, so let me ask you this: if she didn't have to have a career, a job, something for income, did she have to cook and clean?
She should.
Whoever I chose, yeah. So in other words, I would not have gotten to the point that I would marry her if I already knew she wasn't going to be that, the person who would cook and clean, or be a person who would cook and clean.
Nah. You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that when you're dating somebody. You have no idea. Now, unless you live with them first, there's no way you're gonna know that. And even then, you might get you might get the representative. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was thinking. That's the only reason I said you're right, because you never know if they just playing game, right? Spitting
game.
So I agree with you there.
I feel like this can go both ways, but I feel like sometimes people get in relationships and they do one thing, and then they get married, and all of a sudden everybody get too busy to do the things that everybody need to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? Like, it go both ways. Like, I feel like, you as a, I'll put myself at the forefront of this. Can't blame nobody else. Like, I don't cook as much as I probably did when I was dating. I don't cook as much as I probably did, obviously, as I know I did before I married my wife, because I had to cook for myself, right? Do I prefer her cooking? Yeah. And it ain't because I don't like to cook. It ain't because I don't, but I actually literally prefer her cooking. Like, I like her food, you know what I'm saying? And, but in her mind, it might come across as I don't
using me.
I'm not doing nothing in the kitchen. I'm not helping out, right? Like, but the reality of it is that there are things, and this is actually probably a bigger conversation about things that each person in the home, each spouse, like each member of the unit, whatever that unit may be, it could be a quadruplet, a triplet, whatever you want to do. Different people have different things that they are better at. Right. And at some point, I think you have to figure out what you are better at. And
I feel like,
and it's okay to fall into those things. It's okay to fall into that place of like doing the things that you are better at.
So I feel like, unless you're trying to control it otherwise, I think that your lives as a couple, as a family unit or whatever, as a unit, I guess we're calling it that. Your lives as a unit filtered or towards that automatically without you even trying, unless you purposefully try not to. The person who's better at stuff tends to end up doing those things.
Right. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that for instance, you will have situations in relationships where a spouse or a person you living with or whatever is like, you don't never wash the dishes, you don't never do the laundry, blah 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 blah. But I'm like, but what about the stuff that you do? right? Like if you ain't doing nothing, then you garbage.
You said,
but if you the one who does the grocery shopping, or if you the one who cuts the grass, or if you the one who fixes stuff when stuff get broken in the house, like are you not also pulling your weight? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you the garbage man, if you the lawnmower, you know what I'm saying? If you miss to fix it, like why should I also have to cook and clean and wash dishes? You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't understand. Is there a line? Should there be a line? Because I don't believe that all of those things go both ways. I don't think, and I could be mistaken. I could be looking at this from a very sexist point of view. Maybe
not even. What you made me think about was when I got married, or before I got married, because like I said, my wife and I were friends for years, and so I mean we knew each other for the most part. I knew, my wife told me she doesn't mop. If there was any mopping that had to be done, I was going to have to be the one to do it. She doesn't take the trash out. If trash needs to go out, she's not going to be the one. Now, I will say, we're 20 years into this marriage thing. When I had COVID, better believe she took the trash out. I had COVID. She did not want me walking around that house. She did not want me, spreading my COVIDity everywhere. New word, COVIDity. So yeah, she took the trash out. So I guess what I'm saying is that those standards, don't necessarily have to be sexist. But again, they're usually known in the beginning. They're usually, that stuff comes out early. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Donnell, you quiet over there.
Donnell say, I do it all.
Trigger. Donnell about to go down a rabbit hole. Nah. Nah, we good, man. But no, I really feel like roles. I feel against society, that damn society. Society places roles on people for whatever reason, for in whatever category. They place roles on everybody. And when it comes to real life and doing real life, those roles don't matter.
Right.
The roles don't matter. Just because you feel like I should doesn't mean I should. Because you feel like I shouldn't doesn't mean I shouldn't. I may be the one who's more comfortable talking to my daughter about her period than my wife. Who knows? I mean, roles are just society. They're not real life. They're how do I say? They're a perspective of society, but they're not real life. That's how I feel about it.
You comfortable talking to your daughter about her period?
I would be.
I know what I would say if I had a daughter. I'd be like,
what it feel like?
You know what having I'll tell her, you know what having your period mean? That means you're not supposed to have sex until you get married. That's what a period means. That's what that shit is.
I'm glad you don't have a daughter, John.
Right.
Hey, Mike, what it feel like? When you travel, you probably pack panties in your suitcase.
No, but I have had conversations with my daughter though, because I've had a lot of female friends growing up, and as an adult, but especially like high school years and all that. I had a lot of female friends, and they talked to me about everything. I was privy to a lot of information that a lot of guys usually aren't, at that age. And so I just became comfortable with knowing that, a lot of that stuff and understand, that's the better word. I became more comfortable with understanding those aspects of women, whereas a lot of guys don't. So yeah, I tell my daughter all the time, I know a lot more than you think I know.
Damn.
Just talk. You can talk to me about anything. She knows it. She can talk to me about absolutely anything, and I'm here.
Anything?
I didn't say I'll let her. I didn't say I'll let her do anything, but I'll listen to anything. Wait, you trying to think of something, aren't you?
I already got something.
Is it show appropriate? Ninja?
No.
Ain't everything show appropriate? No, ain't that the man cave?
It's not FCC appropriate.
Okay. Well, hey, like I said,
what is Big Jungle? It's like no. Big Black in the Jungle.
He's like, I heard of this thing at school called Pornhub. What is that?
I'm lucky. My daughter is 12.
This long.
Whoa.
Yo, I swear to God, yo, I don't even. Yo, God, thank you, Jesus, that I ain't got no daughters, boy.
What is that, Daddy?
They be locked.
It's a
now I know why Rapunzel was locked in the tower. Yo, let me show y'all this. Let's I know we don't want to do sports too much, but
shit, we haven't really touched it tonight.
What about this? What y'all think about this?
We just gonna look at you stroke your beard.
Oh,
is it me?
Hold on.
Oh, he got to do it.
Yeah, there we go. I can't even see it. Hold on.
So the Lakers talking about they might be open to drafting Bronny, so he can.
LeBron James way he Magic Johnson,
huh? Right?
Why you say that?
Because back in the day, the owner basically gave Magic like the green light to do anything that he wanted.
To do whatever he want, right?
Okay.
So actually,
LeBron has said. Go ahead, John. Because I was going to say.
No, go ahead. Go what you said. Go ahead.
LeBron has made that intention for the last 3 years, I think. I know at least 2.
Yeah, but
he has made the intention that he wants to play with his son, and he's going to try to make that happen however possible.
Right, but not the Lakers, man.
So my feeling is, if the Lakers owner says he wants to keep LeBron around, when LeBron hits the market, bring him on, because that's the only way I'm going to keep LeBron on my team, because LeBron is probably going to go wherever his son goes.
He can go. He old now. He ain't winning no championships.
He ain't about to win a championship this year. He done.
He ain't winning championships by himself. But that dude, at his age and the amount of years he's got on his tires, is still one of the better players in the NBA.
You mark my words. LeBron James will not win another championship. He's done. No more championships for LeBron James.
I'll agree with you. I got nothing to say. I don't feel like he is, like I said, at the top of his game or anything, but I do feel like there's a league with however many players, and he is probably better than 50% of them still at this age.
So
and this new season's in.
I heard
you
something.
Play together in the G League.
I heard something the other day that I thought was very interesting related to LeBron James. They said, honestly, truthfully, LeBron James should not be considered in the same conversation as Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan. And this is why. He is a great player. He is a great player, yes. But when you think about the number of years that Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant played, and the number of rings and accomplishments they had in that time, it took LeBron James much longer to accomplish some of those things. Like reaching the scoring record that he had. The man been in the league since he was 18. He been playing for 20 plus years.
Well, I mean, that was a longevity record, though. I mean, Kareem didn't come in and hit that record. Kareem had a long ass career too.
Not as long as LeBron. LeBron been playing since he was 18. He been playing out of high school. People aren't allowed to do that. Weren't allowed to do that before.
Right.
So, but I don't know how long Kareem had.
The scoring king wasn't Kareem or Michael Jordan. It was Bill Russell.
Right.
So what was the record that Kareem had that LeBron beat last year?
He beat a record of Kareem last year? I don't know.
Yeah.
Was it a franchise record?
I watched it. Nah. It was an NBA record. I'm pretty sure it was scoring.
He might have maybe he surpassed him in points. Maybe that's what it was. He surpassed him in points.
And I'm pretty sure it was the most scores or the most points.
Yeah, but I mean,
to look it up.
But again, the number of years he's been playing, like other players don't play that number of years and have gotten that record in a shorter amount of time. You know what I'm saying? If you saying, okay, say for instance, if I could go into the league right now and play for the next 60 years and I beat all those records, assists, scores, whatever, I played for 60 years. Should I still be in the same conversation as any of those people?
It was Kareem. Bill Russell had the most rings.
Okay. Yeah. So I just looked it up too. So he broke. It was last year because I was watching the game that it happened. He broke Kareem's record at 38,387 points, and Kareem was the all-time NBA scorer, and LeBron broke that last year.
How many years did Kareem?
That's
Kareem
a longevity.
How many years did Kareem play?
I had to look that up. But like I said, you're talking about a longevity record. You can only break this record if you play in a league 1,000 years.
No, because Kareem ain't play 1,000 years. He didn't play in the league as long as LeBron been in the league.
Let's look. You making me go to the Google now. I'm going to the Google.
69 to 89, so he played 20 years.
69 to 89, he played 20 years?
Okay. And how long has LeBron been in there now?
How old is he? He got to be 39 now, right?
LeBron?
Yeah.
How many years he been in the league?
He's 39. He's 39. He's been in the league for 21 years.
I'm going to the Google.
So he's been 21 years.
Yeah, 21 years. So okay, so the longevity, so the point,
and it was last year that he broke it. So they were both at 20
that
years.
one might be accurate, but how many rings does LeBron have? What, 4? 5? 4. He got 4.
But it's great. But
and you know what I realized? I didn't even realize this. He didn't get his first ring until 8 years into his career. Yeah, he got his first ring 8 years into his career. He got 2 with Miami, 1 with Cleveland, and 1 with LA. That's it.
So he got 2 with LA.
Nah, he only got 1 with LA in 2020. In
but
the dome.
Talking about
whatever it's called.
This is where all the arguments come in. We're talking about team sport. He can't do it by himself, no matter how great he is. If the owner of his team and the general manager of his team do not build around him to the point where they can build those championships, no matter how great you are, it'll never happen.
So you
Because
think
it's not a one man sport.
You think Bronny building around him?
You think what now?
You think bringing in Bronny to LA going to be building around him? That's helping LeBron.
No, I don't think he's trying to help. I don't think anybody's trying to help LeBron. I think that they keep LeBron on the team to help the team. And again, he ain't making the team. He's a key asset.
I think going back to the original topic of Bronny coming to the NBA. The only way Bronny gonna get in the NBA is if he play for his father's team. He ain't that good of a player.
Well, what are you saying?
I'm saying he's not that good of a player. I'm saying he's not that good of a player. And I'm saying he's a liability because people know he has a heart condition.
So I don't think there's an argument to be made that he's definitely not as good as his father was at his age. Mm-hmm. But, and I haven't watched Bronny's career yet. I just kind of pick up pieces where I do here and there, listening to the sportscasters and such. But I want to say I thought that he was pretty good.
I mean, he a decent basketball.
Like you don't think
I don't think he's a first rounder.
Wow, really?
He's not a first rounder. And if anybody take him in the first round, they taking him because of his lineage, not because of his ability.
Okay.
So that's, and I might be standing alone on that one, but that's how I feel about it. You don't build a team. You don't bring him in to be a superstar on anything. You don't build around him. You're not, you know what I'm saying? He's more likely, put it this way, he's more likely to be, if they draft him in the first round, he's more likely to be a first round bust, of which there are many,
right,
than he is to be a first round superstar.
There's way more busts than there are superstars every year. And I want to say a good percentage. I'm not going to say majority, but I feel like a good percentage of superstars end up developing out of second and below players.
I mean, some of them come out first round. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
And I think that the first rounders probably still take up half of that. But I know that, like I said, there's a good amount of people who are second round and beyond in football and basketball that end up being superstars. Yeah. And that gets overlooked because everybody, goes with this, he was a first rounder. I told y'all a couple years ago, I got pissed off with the NFL because everybody started separating out Hall of Famers. Like, it wasn't good enough anymore just to be a Hall of Famer. They had to say whether you were a first ballot Hall of Famer or not. Like, just to be a Hall of Famer isn't good enough anymore. You're not the same Hall of Famer if you're not a first ballot Hall of Famer. I got pissed off. That was a couple years ago. When I started hearing that more and more. You mean
it matters. I hear how that is a thing. Something people work on. Like, were you first round, or did you had to go through 3 rounds before you got into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, but you're still in the Hall of Fame, damn it. You're still in the upper echelon of your sport.
That doesn't mean that people who came behind you wasn't better than you.
Well, it never means that. That's always going to be the case. because there's a piece of popularity that goes in there too, isn't it?
Right. Is Reggie Miller in the Hall of Fame?
I feel like he is. I don't know.
Just wondering.
Because again, I'm not a basketball person. I turned it down.
We done spent the whole rest of the show talking about basketball. Shame on me.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I'm thinking there was some other stuff that came up this week, man. That I thought you were going to bring up, John, but I can't think of it now. You know, because I'm always trying to figure out what's going on in the Black community on the website. You know, the Black Twitter, Black Files, Black Thread. You know, that whole thing.
You know what? Honestly, I'll be completely honest with you.
Hot topics,
I ain't been on
nothing.
I ain't been on none of that recently. None of that. Like I've been out here trying to live my life. You know what I'm saying? The weather done changed. I'm in hot boy summer right now. I'm getting hot.
You a hot boy, huh? No Diddy. You saying no Diddy on that? Hot boy.
No Diddy.
Not so I have Ricky Smiley on my Instagram. So they post a lot of stuff that is really good, you know, and for some reason I can't think of anything right now, but I know there's been a couple of things over the last several days that, you know, I was like, wow, I didn't realize.
So what's the issue with Amanda that was on?
Yeah, what is that? What is that about?
Yo, she is a garbage person. She is a garbage.
All I know is everybody. It's the world against Amanda. That's all I know.
It's the world against Amanda Seales. Everybody is against Amanda Seales. You talking about a narcissist? Yo, she is the definition of an narcissist. Everything revolves around her. You know what I'm saying?
Before you go further, how many people have been in Flowetry? I thought that there was only 2 people in Flowetry. Marsha Ambrosia and somebody else.
So I forget her name, but her name they call her the Flowetress, the Flowetress. But anyway, okay. But the woman who was originally in Flowetry, she left, right? And so when she left, Amanda Seales apparently was brought in to continue Flowetry.
Okay.
And that's one situation of many. She said Issa Rae didn't protect her when she was on the show. Like she, you know what I'm saying? Amanda Seales been trying to be a comedian. She said that people don't take her seriously as a comedian. I mean, the reality of it is that like the common denominator is her. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't really like. She's on the radio here in DC now, and I hate it.
Is she?
Yeah, she's on 102.3.
Okay.
So she's on. So she took over Donnie. She took over Donnie Simpson's show. I don't know. I guess Donnie Simpson.
Whoa, the headliner, or she's a.
No, it's her show. It's her show. So Donnie Simpson's show gone, and Russ Parr's show gone. Russ Parr was in the morning. Donnie Simpson was in the afternoon. Yeah. So Donnie Simpson's show, I don't know what happened. That joint just disappeared. So now she got a show in the afternoon, and it's garbage. So she got. Oh, I'll take that back. My bad. She got the midday show. So it's Vic Jagger, who used to be with Russ Parr at one point. Okay. Then she got her own show in the midday. It was Vic Jagger in the midday. So Amanda Seales is now in the midday. And now they got D.L. Hughley is taking over the slot that Donnie Simpson used to have. So Donnie Simpson is gone. So now if I listen to the radio in the middle of the day, I listen to Amanda Seales and her fucking ridiculousness. And then in the afternoon, I listen to D.L. Hughley and his ridiculousness.
Yeah, like I don't always like DL. And DL, like I said, DL syndicated. He's like Ricky Smiley's show in the morning. I want to say on the Hughes Network, whatever that's called, Kathy Hughes's network.
TV One. They used to be Radio One.
Radio One. Yeah, Radio One. I think it's not even called Radio One anymore. It's called something else. But yeah. So I know that those 2. So the 3 shows that I know on the Hughes Network are Ricky is the morning, DL in the afternoon, and then the Love and R&B at night, which used to be I'll Be Sure, and now is Ralph Tresvant.
Ralph Tresvant. Mm-hmm.
So I know
Amanda
those are
Seals
the
is
three
middle of the
main
day.
ones.
Amanda Seals is middle of the day.
But she's
Sorry.
only in Washington, right?
I don't know where she at, but I know I don't like her at all. And I don't. It take a lot for me to not like somebody I don't know, but she is one of them. Like, I don't want nothing to do with her. Like she just everything about her is just off. And she apparently saying she on the autism spectrum now. Like she got diagnosed with it.
So you saying she's trying to get sympathy points now?
I don't know what she's trying to get, but I know
to go with all of her. The world is against me.
Yeah, that everything is everybody else's fault but her.
Yeah, but who's the common denominator in all of those situations?
It's her for sure.
All right, well, we gotta wrap it up, fellas. I'm gonna investigate some more on Amanda Seals. Is it?
Yeah.
Seals? Okay, I'm going to have to investigate some more and bring some more to y'all next week. Maybe we'll have a little more on Amanda, but do we really need more Amanda?
We don't.
We are here every Tuesday night, 8:00 on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, and more. So subscribe, share, like, come see us. If you have questions, drop them in the chat. You can always do the info at re-tv.net. I wish I had it up to send in comments and things like that. But guys or people out there, hit us up. And fellas, we're ready to roll. All hearts and minds clear.
Another week down.
Another week down. All right, fellas and everybody, peace.
Peace.